Hey, Mike with Nerd Problems Gaming here, and today's video will be doing a review on Dexterous Time to Steal, so let's get into it. Now, Dexterous Time to Steal is an addictive roguelite puzzle game meets RPG that combines match 3 gameplay and deck building that really feels like a mashup of Candy Crush and Slay the Spire. And you'll play as a thief wrongly accused and imprisoned for a crime they didn't commit, and after your release, you find that you owe a lot of money to the wrong crime boss, and you'll need to go and complete bounties to gain enough money to pay off your debts. Now, on top of this, you're actually stuck in a never-ending time loop, and you'll also need to find a way to escape it once and for all. Now, the concept of the game is pretty simplistic, where you'll just be matching 3 of the same block types at a time, and using that to unleash abilities to defeat enemies and clear the level you're on. But with this, I think the learning curve of all the different blocks that are available and what they do, the various upgrade paths you can choose from, and how the different block types work and effectively can be utilized together is a bit confusing and takes some time to get the hang of. However, I think once you get through this learning curve and start gaining some of the permanent power-ups and progression elements of the game, it gets a lot more fun and becomes really addictive. Now, there are a lot of different block types with things like daggers, poison cubes, defensive shields, magical strikes, and much more. And there's even more advanced blocks you'll eventually unlock that can do things like causing bleeding damage, vampire powers that heal you after damaging enemies with bleeding, combos that give you additional moves, and much more. And I really like discovering all these different combos and developing different build strategies throughout each run. And after battles, you'll earn gold as well as different block upgrades, which can really play into the strategy of what build types you want to pursue throughout each run. You'll also acquire different relics along the way that can grant additional abilities like dealing extra poison damage, increasing your reach, adding strength and speed to your player, which unlocks more damage and additional moves each turn, and much more. It also has that Slay the Spire-like feel, where there's different branching paths to choose from, which can lead to different enemies, story encounters, relics, rest spots to heal, mini-boss enemies, and much more. And I think this gives you a lot of flexibility on how you approach each level and your overall strategy for improving your build over time. You'll also face off against several levels and bosses in a row and eventually challenge the crime boss leader to a fight. And if you survive, you'll unlock a harder difficulty with added challenges with things like new brick types, harder enemies, and more. Some of the permanent progression items are things like starting relics, advanced starting blocks, improved starting health, and extra starting gold to make your run a little bit easier the next time through. There's even another unlockable playable character that works a little bit different, where they actually destroy blocks to create different chain effects instead of swapping blocks like your original character. And I think this really totally changes the puzzle style of the gameplay, and it can definitely add a decent amount of replay value if you wanted to play through the game again with this new character. Now, I did have a couple gripes with the game, but in my opinion, I think it's pretty nitpicky, but I figured I'd at least mention them so you're aware of them if you're looking to pick this game up. Now, for starters, the game uses pixel art, which I really don't mind in general, but for whatever reason, it just felt a bit off in this game and maybe a little bit lower quality of pixel art to me. I certainly don't think that's a deal breaker by any means, and it obviously doesn't really affect the gameplay at all, but it's just something I noticed while playing throughout the game. I also felt like the run-to-run progression was a bit slow. You don't really get a lot of different resources for permanent upgrades throughout each run, and each upgrade really took a lot of resources to unlock as well. And so when I play roguelike games, I really like to have enough resources after each run to at least do some type of progression upgrade. And oftentimes in this game, it felt like it would take multiple runs to get enough resources to make any kind of upgrade, which made it a little bit slower paced than I would have hoped. To combat this, I ended up playing some of the easier levels repeatedly, just so I could get enough resources to get upgrades faster and move the game along at a bit of a faster pace. Now, along with this, at the same time, I didn't feel like the in-run progression was too slow. I thought that happened at a good pace, and the builds were really fun to create throughout each run. And it did give you that sense of feeling like your deck was really getting stronger from round to round. So in-run progression was good, but the run-to-run progression I felt was a bit slow. Another small gripe I had was the game didn't really play well with a controller. Now maybe I'm unique, but pretty much every PC game I play is just on my Steam Deck while docked and using a controller. And unfortunately, I felt like this game was basically unplayable in that fashion, and it really led me to need to use an external mouse to actually play the game. Certainly, this isn't a deal breaker, but I think it's something you should be aware of if you're looking to play this game on Steam Deck. You're probably going to need to use a mouse to play it effectively. Outside of that, though, I really had a lot of fun with this game. I think the progression and learning curve is maybe a bit slow at the start of the game, but once you get past that, the Slay the Spire meets Candy Crush elements mixed with turn-based RPG elements really make this game hard to put down. And I think if you like addictive roguelike puzzle games and deck building, I definitely recommend it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever played a game like this? Are there other cool mashups of deck building and roguelike games I should check out? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. And another cool way you can help support the channel is we actually partner with a company, recroomworld.com, that makes virtual pinball machines and more. And so if you'd like to check out the ultimate virtual pinball experience, I would definitely recommend checking out their Ultra VP virtual pinball machine. I have one myself. I play it all the time and it's been a blast. And they were actually willing to give our viewers a special discount on ordering one of these units. And so if you'd like to learn more about one of these or order a unit, you can actually head to nerdproblemsgaming.com/virtual pinball machine to learn more. And if you'd like to order one and get a special discount of $100 off, simply use Nerd Problems Gaming in the referred by section on the checkout page, and you'll get $100 off your order and help support our channel at the same time. So again, if you did want to take advantage of that and check out these awesome virtual pinball machines, simply head there as well. And if you like videos like this on video games, board games, and everything nerdy, check out one of our other videos here. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new nerd videos we put out. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.